Hey, everybody. Community Education Group is super excited to have this opportunity to share with you one of our great new partners, Jozzy. Jozzy is an international superstar who has worked with some people. When we name the names, you're going to be like, what? And the answer is going to be, yep, that was her. Sure did. So join us, stay with us while we do this interview, and you get an opportunity to learn more about Jozzy, share information about I2I, our invisible to invincible to from invisible to invincible campaign. Jozzy, how'd you come up with this name, Jozzy? Where does name come from?
I mean, my mama, my name is Jocelyn, so like that was the name that like I hated Jozzy. Actually, I actually wanted to be called Lady JD because like Gangsta Boo was called Lady Boo, and so I was just being in elementary and stuff. I was like, yo, stop calling me Jozzy. Like I hated it, but it just it stuck. It just stuck to me, and then what's so crazy, it's just a one word like Jozzy, like Missy,
Jozzy.
like Diddy,
Like Missy, like
Like,
Cher, like
yeah.
Cher, like
Sure,
Drake, right?
yeah. So I was
Right.
like, like I'm so grateful that my mama, she saw the vision before I did, because I really didn't like it at first, but now it fits really good with me.
I think so. I think it matches with your
Yeah,
personality. So let me
yeah.
ask you this. So so now let's talk. We talked about your mama a minute. Where are you from? Where are you born and raised?
I was born and raised in Memphis, but by way of Miami too. I was born. I lived like all my life in Memphis, but like when I turned 21, I moved to Miami, and I think that was kind of what I'm saying, like that's like your years when you know what I'm saying, really get to know who you are as an adult. So, but yeah,
Did
so
you move out of Memphis like with the quickness, or was it like out of
yeah.
Memphis like, hey, I got a plan to go to Miami, or you like I just gotta get the hell out of Memphis?
No, I had a plan. That's how I started in Miami, because I was in school. I was depressed because I didn't know what I was about to do in my life. And then this producer Wisdom, who was with Timberland, he was from Memphis, but I didn't know him because he wasn't in Memphis. He was always in Virginia, and he hit me up like, "Yo, I need a writer. I'm desperate. Yeah, let me fly you to Miami." And
Whoa, back up. So
yeah,
you sitting in Memphis,
yeah,
and some producer calls you for a writing gig. But how does this
yeah.
person know that you write music?
I mean, I was popping in Memphis. Like
Oh, okay.
if you was in the studio, like it was a studio called Trap House. Like this was like 2011, 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a studio called Trap House. DJ Lil Larry, who's with Gotti, he's like a legend in Memphis. He had a studio, and it was like everybody from that was doing something was at that studio. So like literally, that was kind of what I used to go there and just and work. Like I would
So you were
leave.
like a studio rat.
Yeah,
You was
I
a
would leave.
studio rat.
Facts. I would
Right.
leave school. I would leave
Mm-hmm.
school, and then I go over there and get it and get the brown paper bag money, tax free money.
Right.
And then it got raided. It got raided one day, and when I was like in high school, and they hit me, yo, do not pull up to the studio. They raided it. I was depressed. College, had to go to school. University of Memphis. I did not like it, but one of the producers from Trap House, who's my brother, he knew Wisdom. They were all in the same crew, and like he was like, yo, Wiz want to meet you. And so that was kind of where it started. It was like, yo,
Right.
Wiz want to meet you. And then Wiz is like, took a shot and was like, yo, I'm desperate. He's like, yo, I need a writer. So what's up? What we doing? And so like, I mean, that was it. I was like,
What
man,
was
I
your
told
first song? What was the first song that you ever wrote in that situation?
it was a it was a song called Spotlight. We was working with this artist from Indonesia named Agnes Monica.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she didn't take the song. She didn't really know the song, but
She ain't
that
like
was
it.
the. I
Uh-huh.
mean, nah, this one was hard. Let me tell you that.
Okay.
But like people, like we was under Timberland, so like artists when they come, they want Timberland. They don't want us.
Uh-huh.
They don't want us because they think that oh no, I came for Timberland, which is understandable. But like, if you would just shut up, we actually got the sauce. We actually
Right.
the sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Well, and
that's
that
why we around.
I don't know, I've never met Timberland before in my life, but everything that I've read about him, seen about him, or heard
Yeah,
about him with people that work with him is that he is very, very regimented. Like, this is the way I want it done. This is the way you should do it. And this is the way it should happen. Your creativity, but there's a formula to this shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
would you say that that's true, not true, that there's a formula, not just to him, but a formula to getting a song written, getting a rap written, getting a beat done?
Yes and no. Yes and no. Like if people are I kind of move. I'm an Aquarius, so I move like an Aquarius. Like I don't got. I'm not really a person that has what's it called, structure. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Structure,
kind
that
of,
would be the word, right?
yeah. So I kind of just, even in the studio, that I mean, I feel like I have a little ritual. You know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
that I do, but like there's never no same answer to get the solution. You know what I'm
Got you.
saying?
Right. I do. And so you get okay. So you're there. You're working with Timberland. They come
Yeah,
in. They say no. They come in. They say we want you to write songs,
yeah, yeah.
and you start writing songs. You're writing
Mm-hmm.
for somebody that are not necessarily. Well, I guess the way to say is they can't understand your artiste
Yeah,
ability.
they just didn't, like I said, I understand, because it was just like they wanted something, and but we were like, man, like, don't give us this project, we can do it, you know what I'm saying? And but like I just think that's what it was, like we was the new kids on the block. We was young. They ain't really want us. They wanted Timberland.
Right.
They wanted
Right.
Timbo. They wanted
They,
Jim Beans. They ain't really want what we had, even though what we
right.
had was new, and it was hard. You know what I'm saying? If y'all would just
Right.
kind of like give us a chance, you would
Right.
understand. You know what I'm saying? We got the sound, but
Right.
you gotta, like, some people gotta just learn. Now she hitting me. She be hitting me now, like trying to work, and I be like,
Like, I don't know you now, right? I can't
and
write.
I know what's happening, shouting. You know what I'm saying?
No, but okay, so that happens. And so
Yeah.
now you get to Miami, you're in Miami. What's happening? What do you do? What's next? That doesn't go the way you thought it was going to go or wanted it to go. What happens next?
I mean, I learned a lot. I was there for like shoot to 2018, so I was there for like 5 years, 6 years. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I met a lot of people. I met Polo the Don, who became my manager. I met Missy Elliott. I stayed with her a few months, and we call it the Camp Kindleline. Man, I stayed in Jersey and Atlanta with her. Learned how to record myself. She taught me how to feel. I learned a lot from just being around Cool and Dre. I was around everybody, man. I was around, like, the first person who gave me a shot, I guess I could say, was the Game. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Just being in the city, just like being in Miami, because I was in Miami. So
Is he as nice as he seems on TV?
nah, Game is incredible. The Game is
Yeah.
an incredible guy, man. He's an
Yeah.
incredible guy. Like, so like,
He just seems
you
like
know,
he seems like a nice, like just like a nice guy, like just like
yeah,
a nice guy.
he is. He really is. He really is that. He's a good human. That's really all you can expect from somebody.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
everybody got their ups and their downs. They move swing. Nobody's perfect, but he's a good human. So, you know what I'm saying? That's all I
Right.
can expect from somebody. Just be good. Be a
Right.
good human. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
So we're in 2018. You have
Yeah.
messed with, not messed with, but you have worked with Missy Elliott. You worked with some other folks. 2018. What happened
Yeah.
in 2019?
I moved. Well, 2018. I moved to LA in 2018. I took that step. I stepped out on faith. Came to La La Land,
Mm-hmm.
and I was sleeping on
Did
my
you have
manager.
anything set up here, up in LA when you got here?
No, I had met this dude named Andy Steinway, and he was like, "Yo, man, let me manage you." And he was like, "But I can't do nothing for you in Miami. I need you to come to LA." So literally, I scrambled up some bread. Like, that's how I know it was God given, because I don't even remember how I got all that money. I think I did some sessions, and then I did a few little jigs with some music, bro. And like literally, I got enough money to ship my Jeep out, and I got enough money to, like, you know what I'm saying, be okay to just say, all right, I'm leaving. Because, like, we had like a little crib. We had a little shotgun crib in Opalaka. That jump was like $500 a month. That was my rent
Right.
for the house. It was a house, $500 a month. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's it. So, like, think about
That
that.
southern rent. That southern rent a lot different than that New York, LA rent.
Man, what?
That's
So,
a lot
so,
different.
so
That
yeah,
southern rent is a lot, hell of a lot cheaper than that LA, New York rent for real.
Oh God,
Right.
oh
So
God.
you get to LA. So you get to LA. You got your Jeep. You got good looks. You got talent, and you got a Jeep. What happens next?
I'm sleeping on my manager. I'm sleeping on my manager couch. I'm sleeping on my boy's couch. I'm just crashing on people's couches. To the point where I'm like, yo, I can't do this, man. Let me before my man out. So my whole philosophy was before my manager get to the crib, I gotta be gone. So I was doing 3-a-day sessions. So like by the time he woke up, I wouldn't be there. By the time he got there, I wouldn't be there. I don't want to be on your couch chilling while you outside, my boy. So I literally was like, if I wasn't in the studio, I was in the club, like being cool with these artists and just being around, all the artists and just vibing with them, letting them feel my energy and just, you know what I'm saying, man, hustling. I was just like, I was in straight hustle mode. And then 2019 hit and Old Town Road came, and then boom, everything switched
Oh,
up.
wait a minute, hold. Let's not just jump over that, right? Let's not just jump over that, because I don't know how many people know about you in Old Town Road. How'd that happen? Tell me how that happened. You're
So
walking down the street one day, you're kicking a can, and you say, Old Town Road? Oh, no. Okay, I don't think that's how it go. How'd it happen?
It was, man, everything that be happening for me is divine, and it's really God. That's why I really
And
be
I
like,
want you to say, and I interrupt people a lot, but I want you to say that again, because I believe in divine intervention. I believe that there are people that have walked this earth before that give us guide,
yeah,
serve as guides,
right,
and give us guidance. And it's like
right,
you said, I mean, like you stepped out on complete faith to go to, LA. And, I honestly, I remember a time in my life where I literally had nothing. And
yeah,
I made one phone call, and this guy and his partner really took care of me for more than a year. And it honestly, uh,
wow,
I think reaffirmed for me humanity, right? Just because I had no job, I had no house, I had no clothes, I had nothing. And this guy had met one time, and I don't know what made me call him. I don't know why I called him. I called him and told him my situation. He called me back at the number I was at in 20 minutes, and he said, my partner and I want you to come stay with us.
wow, that's a
And they
lot.
were leaving town. They were leaving town for 6 weeks. And I said, you mean you leaving town for 6 weeks? I said, I can't be in my situation. They said, no. You come on. We're gonna leave a key for you. And I'm like, what if I take all your stuff? They said, you won't. And if you do, we got insurance. And
Wow,
it changed. And if it
real.
wasn't for that moment, I wouldn't be in
That's
this
real.
moment.
That divine.
Yeah.
I
If it wasn't
mean,
for that
yeah,
moment. So tell me about that. Tell me how you because like I say, I don't know how many people know about you and your connection and relationship to Old Town Road. So tell the story.
I mean, literally, I was in the bed. I was in I had just got my apartment. Then thanks to LA Reid, he gave me some money. He gave me some startup bread to work to write, because he just started Hiccup, and he gave me some bread to write songs. And so I was able to get an apartment with that bread, and I was literally,
You name drop like an atomic bomb.
yeah, it's
You
amazing.
name drop like an atomic bomb, right? I mean, you say L.A. Reid like I say, hey, where's my shoe?
Yeah, he's amazing.
You say L.A. Reid,
He's the greatest.
right?
He's the greatest. Every time I talk to LA Reid, I tell LA that, like, you know what you did for me. Like, I could never pay him back for that. But literally, so like, I was in bed and I was sick, man. I think I had COVID. Now, I'm telling you, man, that shit felt like COVID. Now that I understand what it is, I don't think we knew what it was in 2019, but I really think I was sick as a dog. My manager called me like, yo, you want to work with Billy Ray Cyrus? I was like, hell yeah. Like, what's up? And because I used to love Miley Cyrus. That was my wife, man. Like Hannah
That was your
Montana.
wife. That
I
was your.
thought she was so bad, bro.
Hannah
Like
Montana was your
Miley
first girl
Cyrus.
crush.
Miley
Are you
Cyrus.
really are you really getting ready to tell the world that Hannah Montana was your first girl crush?
Nah, I'm not saying that was my first. I'm not saying Hannah was my first girl. I'm saying, and I'm not saying Molly was my first girl crush, because I could definitely name a few of them, but like Miley Cyrus was bae. I'll tell you that. That's
I
bae.
mean, I think she's single right now, but okay.
Yeah, that was bae. So like,
hashtag Miley Cyrus.
I was
I
like
mean,
Billy Ray Cyrus. I was like Miley Daddy, Hella Daddy. Like, yeah, let's do it.
hey,
Let's
can I come over for dinner? Fuck the
Come on,
check.
bring
Can
that
I
over
come
here.
on over the house?
Yeah. Come on, bring that session over here. So I was like, then they told me he was with a new artist named Lil Nas X, and I love new artists, especially Like, I was like, yeah, let's do it. And we did the session, and literally they told me about the situation. Old Town Road was already done. The song was done. It was they took them out the country charts because they said it wasn't country. You know, they did kind of like, you know, black people kind of got it hard, you know what I'm saying, in anything. So, you know, they're going to really have it hard in the country world. So they did my boy dirty. They did Lil Nas, his genius ass, dirt so bad. And so there was, the whole idea was the same. So backstory is the achy breaky heart. And I didn't know this. So they put me on game. They was like, achy, when Billy Ray did Achy Breaky Heart, that went number 2. They wouldn't allow it to go number 1 on the country charts because they said it wasn't country. They only called it a pop song. But Achy Breaky Heart was, to him, it was. So they tried to take Billy Ray out the country world because they said he was too whatever. So they had something to prove with these 2 guys. So I felt very just honored to be able to be a part of it. And literally, I just went in the booth and I just wrote Billy Ray Cyrus's verse. So, you know, the whole remix was just me just coming in and just, you know, adding my swag to the song.
Wow. So it was all, the song was already done, but you added the sauce. You added the sauce.
I added a little seasoning to it for Billy Ray, but the song was already that. But you know, don't nobody remember everybody remembers the version with Billy Ray. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that was the one that kind of like took him over the top, and so yeah.
And so what did that do to your life? What did that do to your career? Did that do money stuff to your career? Or did that do more people want to work with you in your career? Or did that do like, hey, do shit? I mean,
and you know what you know what it did. You know what it did. Nah, I mean, like it changed my life tremendously. Like, you know, I got a pub deal off of that money. I was able to buy a house off that money. I was able to build just everybody just saw it was one of them things where everybody started treating you different. Everybody want to talk to you and shake your hand. It was a lot of ass kissing, and it felt good. But I didn't know how to handle it at first because I was like, man, what is like? Because I never chased the charts. Y'all gotta understand. I've always been about like just making good music. I never really cared about chasing Billboard or chasing the charts. And just the fact that my first time in the game was like one of the biggest songs in the world, it kind of made me like, now I can just make good music. Now I can just make good shit. I'm not chasing it. Like if it comes, it comes, you know? And then after when Old Town Road hit, it was a depressing thing a little bit too, because you almost be like, I don't want to be put in the category of a gimmick, like a pop gimmicky songwriter. Like I want people to know that I'm not just, don't put me in a box as that type of song.
Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about that for a second. That box that you don't want to be put in. So are you a rapper? Are you a pop? Because, you know, some of your stuff is, you know, ballady, and some of your stuff is poppy. What are you? Are you like the Renaissance rap woman or the Renaissance writer woman? You can write for any genre. I mean, tell me.
I'm a songwriter. That's
okay.
It. That's what it is, you know, like, and I think that's what I wanted to show. Like that's why when after I was so happy, like after Old Town Road, I was able to do Lemonade, the song with Don Toliver and Nav.
Whoa, back the fuck up.
You stupid.
Back the fuck up. What are you doing? What are you trying? You know, I told you name drop like an atom bomb. What about Lemonade? You don't mean the Beyonce Lemonade.
Nah, I'm talking about the rap Lemonade. It was
okay, because I'm like, now it's great day, because if people say she ain't working on no Lemonade, I'm like, okay, let's talk about what Lemonade.
Nah, I think it was, it was the Lemonade that it was like Internet Money, Nav, Don Toliver, I think Roddy Ricch. It was like it was like number 2 on the charts. It was like one of the biggest like rap songs of like 2020. You know what I'm saying? I was able to be a part of that.
I know the song, but other people, their immediate, I think, kind of attention for when they hear Lemonade and
nah, for sure. Nah. We talking about the other Lemonade, and then you know, but like, I was able to just, you know, just to like kind of get back into like, you know, letting people know that I'm not just like one entity, that I want to do everything. So those are like the 2 songs that kind of like, I always talk about the Lemonade because it just balanced it out, because after Old Town Road, it was so left that I just I was hoping I was able to still like be able to you know, show that the diversity in the range.
You're multifaceted. You know, and honestly, not everybody is. Not everybody is in their writing. Not everybody is in their performance. Not everybody is just, I think, in their overall life.
Right.
So tell us about your safe spot.
Okay, so safe spot. So like I was hearing stories about this club in LA called, I think it was like Cheetah or some shit, where like all the the women, like Queen Latifah, like all the ones that used to be at this club, it was like very like members only, and it was only for women. So I was like, damn, like LA is kind of bad. And so I said, yo, I told my boy Jason, I said, yo, let's make an event called the Safe Spot. And pretty much it's an event catered to women, for women. Just, it's a party, only women. And I had a few guys in there, but gay guys, of course. But the first one was such a success. I had Robin Thicke come perform to the ladies, and it was just like every type of woman, every beautiful woman was in that party. I'm talking about every pretty woman from LA. And they were like, yo, this shit is incredible. You don't have to worry about guys hitting on you. They dance on each other, vibing, drinking. And I just come to realize, I was like, yo, this is kind of needed. So yeah, so the safe spot is just pretty much, like I said, it's only for women. No more. I'm not gonna like I had to kind of say no guys now, because like guys was really mad at they was like, I see the guy. I'm like, but they, come on, like they with us, you know what I'm saying? But like, so I had to kind of like, now I gotta really just be, when I say women, just, it's gotta really be just all women, because like men were really mad. Like men were really mad that they couldn't get into this party. So,
right. When is the next one?
We trying to do one actually. I think top of September. Top of September, we're trying to do one. The top of September, we was trying to do one in August, but time just gets away from you, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like when
I'm trying to tell you, if y'all, and I know Jason will be listening in on this, but if y'all move it to October, we can co-sponsor with you. But between Atlanta and what we got going in Dallas, I can't do nothing till October, November.
Okay. Say less.
But you got but you know, definitely
count us in.
One
in. Huh? We're gonna throw another one. Like,
let's do it. Tell Jason we're in like Flynn. All right. That's and so, I mean, so keep, you know, again, like I said, I tell you, you know, it's kind of what you were saying earlier about, I don't know, fate or faith. But you meet people and you're like, I fuck with them. You know, I mean, and it's like not on some kind of, I get something from them, you know. So, all right. We're going to spend this last like 5 minutes or so, 10 minutes or so, talking about from invisible to invincible, how we got here.
I love that.
And why we're here, right? The reason that I wanted to do from invisible to invincible is really to talk about breast cancer, cervical cancer, colorectal cancer for those folks over 45. Talk about PrEP education, pre-exposure prophylaxis that prevents folks from getting HIV. And I wanted to have a conversation about behavioral health, mental health, substance use disorder, intimate partner violence in our community. And I wanted to have a space where those of us that are masculine of center could have that conversation. Yeah. So I definitely want to do a health fair, and that's what we're going to do one day. But I also wanted to have an event where have an event where we could come together and celebrate the artists that are in our community, celebrate ourselves, and you know, I mean, and I don't know, I don't even know if you know the story of how I even found out about you. Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you a funny story. I was in Chicago, visiting a friend at the time. Shut up. And so I had gone downstairs to breakfast, and I see these three women. One of them looks very masculine of center. Yeah. And I say to her, I say, because we were doing a survey too to help companies to really kind of come into sponsorships for masculine center folks like Nike. I mean, every stud I know got 500 pairs of fucking Nikes, but you don't see us in their commercial. But
Right.
right,
Facts.
and I think we should. So I was like, let me do a survey, start collecting some data, and maybe then they'll do it. So I went over to their table at breakfast to ask them if they would do the survey. They grumbled a bit and said, it's so long. They did all of that. And then I came back over to the table later to see if they had finished it. And she said, no, I haven't, but I want to figure out more about why you're doing this. So I told her about cancer, want to do these health fairs, want to get more companies to have folks that look like us in their ads and sponsor events like this. Chit chatted a while more. We moved from their booth to a table, chit chatted some more, gave her the whole concept of doing the health fair and then doing an entertainment, like a destination event for folks that are masculine center and their partners. Chit chatted more. And she said, and I was trying, I'm going to be honest with you now, don't get mad. Don't get mad. I was trying to get Kalani at the time. That's where I was trying to go. And she said, you don't want Kalani. And I said, what? She said, you want Jozzy. And she played your song at the table. And then she played another song. She said, this is who you want. This represents what you're talking about. That doesn't represent what you're talking about. This is the person right here. And she spoke so highly of you.
Who is this?
I'm going to tell you who it is. I'm going to tell you who it is. Because I didn't know who she was.
Was it Lena?
Nope. I'm just me talking shit the way I talk shit and talk to everybody, right?
Yeah.
It turned out it was Rhonda Mapp from the LA Sparks and her wife.
That's wild.
You don't even know her. Nah. She used to be on. Nah, so I'm trying to tell you. She got a ring. She done won the WNBA championship, and the only thing she could tell me to do was to make sure I got you.
Wow, that's crazy.
And that, I mean, and her wife was like, that's the person. Oh, I ain't never heard of this person in my goddamn life. They knew your history. They knew that they told me about how you had worked with that Diddy had found you too, and that they were like, and then like there was you had a thing that you were doing with Hub at one point, but then you went over to Diddy, and then they said they gonna split. That when I tell you, Rhonda knew more about you than I think that maybe Jason know about you. I'm like, it was the most amazing thing.
Rhonda, and you say Rhonda out?
She was with the LA. She was with the LA Sparks. She has a big trucking company now, and I'm just telling you, that's exactly how it happened. I know you from Adam's House Cat, and she said, "This is your person." And when we started listening to the music, I'm like, "You're right. This is my person."
Yeah, nah, that's beautiful. Like you ahead of the curve right now. You like I feel like that was my first project. This whole Songs for Women, that was my first project as an artist, and like the energy and the love that it got from everybody. This is just my first, so like like this is just the beginning of it. So like, yeah, thank you. You did a great job because this is gonna be
not me, man. That's and that's all I'm trying to tell you.
Shout out to Rhonda, wherever you at, Rhonda, DM me or something. Thank you so much. That's
because she coming to. I think she'll either be in Atlanta or Dallas or both. And I'm like, you got a free VIP section. Just bring your wife and you. You just come. We bottles on us.
That's beautiful, man. That's love. Thank you. I'm glad you listened to the music and understood and see the vision. Cause like definitely we are definitely being masculine. A masculine woman is not easy, but you know it's totally worth it when you get the notoriety and the publicity that you feel like you deserve. You know, at the end of the day, like there's no being masculine and switching feminine. Like this is just me. You know what I'm saying? Like some women are capable of and they can and it's amazing, but I love that you can, but like that's really not me. I'm really just this. So you know, like so that's lit.
I can't. You should write a song called Code Switch.
Code Switch.
Code Switch. You can't do it. You know.
That's true. Can't switch it for
can't switch. I mean, you can't code switch. I am what I am. I tell people all the time because people sometimes we work in a lot of rural communities. That's the other reason that kind of this project even came about is because I work in a lot of rural, white, very heteronormative spaces, and I needed something to get me back, and this is it. So I am working my ass off to make sure everybody knows that what we're trying to do. I'm trying to work my ass off to get tickets sold, butts in the seats. I said to somebody the other day, there's a part of me that's like, if I'm sitting in a chair in the VIP and there's a me and you singing to me, I'll be all right. I know that's not gonna be all right for you, but it'll be all right for me, because a personal show from me, from you to me, would be amazing. But we want everybody to see this. We
Oh
want
no, they gonna
everybody to.
listen. They coming out. Listen, and that's one thing I noticed. Even like when I did my first show at SOBs, man, I was so scared. I was like, man, it's like, are people gonna come out to this show? And like, because everybody, my whole label was like, well, the ticket's not selling, the ticket's not. And I was like, damn. And then the day of, like, it was sold out. Like, I don't know what the fuck. Like, and I was just like, damn, like all my fears and everything. But at the end of the day, I know like people are gonna show up, because this is just too, like, I already had like a few people hit me up, like Toni Young, dope WNBA player. She was like, yo, I'm gonna be there. I'm like, no, that's lit.
Hit Ty up and tell Ty that it was Rhonda, and had Ty hit Rhonda, because Rhonda has tweeted about this and posted this on Instagram. But I know Ty and Rhonda know each other.
Crazy. Yeah, that's right? I didn't even know about Rhonda. That's so wild.
That is exactly how it happened. And I think if I didn't tell the story that way, she's bigger than me. She could mess me up. So,
man, I'm so glad you told me that.
Because it's real talk. People know who you are. People are following you. People are supporting you. We want to support you. We want people to come out, for this show. We want them to get there. We want them to get tickets. What we want to do is, with the health component, with the music component, what we want to do is, in so many spaces and in so many places, whether it's the LGBT community or the community as a whole, folks that are masculine center don't get the highlight, don't get the shine. And I'm like, we work hard, we play hard, we do good stuff. And what I want to do is to be able to highlight those of us that are doing good and doing the right thing. So again,
you ahead of the curve. I'm telling you, because it's really about to be a renaissance. It is a renaissance. Like, even the fact that I'm able to sing to women, and like guys are loving it and women are loving it, and like it's like that's big alone. You know what I'm saying? The fact that I'm on the song with David Guetta and Wrighton, like as an artist singing house like that, like we're defying odds right now, like doing things like this. So like, just a matter of time before like people that see it is just gonna be able to just like when I saw certain artists do it, I said, yo, I want to do it, but I want to be vocal with who I like, who I love, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, but you are definitely ahead of the curve, and you're doing it right, man. You're doing it right.
All right, well, here's what we're gonna do. All right, we've decided. Okay, maybe we haven't decided, and Jason's probably over there like, oh Jesus, here we go. I've decided we're gonna be friends. So we're gonna be friends. And when I usually decide somebody's gonna be my friend, they're gonna be my friend. And then what I've also decided, huh?
What's your sign?
What's my sign?
Yeah.
Leo, baby.
Yeah, that's why. You get you got that.
Leo, baby.
Over here.
Yeah, Leo, baby. It's mine. It's mine. You my friend. You my friend.
Let go. I'm with it. Listen,
you my
I love
friend, right?
People. It's in the game. Let's go.
All right. So I think, all right, that's number one. We're gonna be friends. Number two, we're gonna sell tickets and get butts in these seats in Atlanta and Dallas. Everybody's gonna come out. It's gonna be a thing. Ain't no chicken wing. The other thing we're gonna do is that we're gonna co-host with you at least one, probably two of the, tell me the name again, in the spots.
Safe spot.
Safe spot. Hashtag safe spot.
Yes.
Right. And Jason's over there with his calculator right now going, she said true, right?
Y'all got putting up the numbers. That sound like Jason.
Yeah. How would I say? the most important thing I want to do is that I want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule. I know you're super busy because I mean you dropped every name in the phone book, but I'm not bringing that up. I ain't mad at you. Guess what? If I had them, I'd drop them too. Shit. Um, it was heavy picking them up. I'm proud of you. I'm proud to know you. I'm super excited about what we're trying to do. I'm super excited about what you're trying to do with the safe spot. I've heard about it. I heard about some of the people that come through there, and I think people in the industry do need a safe spot where they don't have to worry about paparazzi, where they don't have to worry about coming and be who you are with
Right.
whoever you want to be that with. And there needs to be that. And I think that not everybody can be us and be out and be, not everybody has that luxury. And I want to say honestly, it is a luxury. And I do understand. I do
Yeah.
understand that. And again, I want to thank you so very much. I'm going to be going to Atlanta next week, doing some things down there, trying to set up some more media opportunities in that. So I might be pinging you and Jason. I mean, at some point, maybe I could get your cell phone number. But hey, I'm not trying to use it for no nefarious reasons, just for our friendship. I'm teasing you, but here's the thing.
That's
What
comedy,
I
dog.
do know, what I do know about you and what
Yeah.
I do know about this situation
Yeah.
is ain't nobody gave you shit. You done
Um,
earned everything that you got. And the people
yeah.
that you're name dropping are people that are in the industry who know how to spot talent. There are
Mm.
people in the industry who know how to nurture talent. There are people in the industry who know how to make talent grow. So you can drop all the goddamn names you want because I see them each
Right.
one of those as seeds, right? Those are the seeds that are growing you. And I'm saying if those folks are seeing you, guess what? You right. I'm gonna be your friend. And all I can tell you is I better either get to that BET party with you or
Yeah.
get to that. Listen,
Yeah.
I'll pay for our tailored suits. I'll pay for the fucking suits. All right?
No, you
All
ain't
right?
gotta do none of that. You just bring yourself. Listen.
Well, now see, that's real friendship. See?
Yeah. For sure.
Tell the
Oh,
people how you
no,
met Puff. Tell the people how you met Puff.
Lord have mercy. It's one of them stories. All right. I mean, long story short, this was 2 years ago. Puff he was starting Love Records. He wanted some writers to pull up to the studio to work. And I went up there and he really wasn't really liking none of the songs I wrote. Cause at the time I was still in my 2090s bag. He was trying to, I think he was still trying to get his ear back. That's how I feel. And he was listening to like a lot of the arm, which is nothing wrong. It was just a different type of vibe that I was trying to give him I was trying to give him a nostalgic sound. I was like, yo, Diddy, this your shit. And so but then I played this one song which was me singing on it. And not only that, man, I went to his house in Miami and I had brought some girls over and he had seen how I move with ladies. He was like, oh, you like, he called me his wingman. He was like, oh, and he was like, okay. And so I think kind of like it wasn't just the music, it was like, oh, Jozzy. And then he always says that I make him, he didn't really know how to relate to gay women, to like masculine women as much. And he was like, what's so dope about that is some people don't really know. We have to like make it look, humanize it. We gotta
Mm,
humanize all of this shit to people that's not really used to being around us. So like
mm,
him being around me was kind of like, damn, like I think it was a breath of fresh air. He's never like really like, it was just like we was thick as thieves. Like as soon as I was around this dude, we was like nonstop around each other, just
mm,
like being there for him as a homie. And then the music was just like he started. Now he kind of understood. He was like, oh nigga, you coming for the women, and that was kind of what it was. I think everything just kind of like, you know what I'm saying, just like it was like a
mm.
kind of gumbo. Everything just mixed so perfectly for each other. We like, I met him at the perfect time. He met me at the perfect time, and like the music just was just so incredible. He was just like, yeah, this is it.
I mean, I think you got to say that one more time again, right? I mean, one more time again. It's like, I like to say sometimes that, I have this one friend who does a lot of the stuff I do, nonprofits and stuff like that. I
Mm-hmm.
remember one day she called me and she said, "Oh, and I've been doing it 20 years." And she called me one day and she said, "Oh, the government just called me and said they're gonna give me $1 million grant. I'm like, give you $1 million grant? Where $1 million grant coming from? She said, that man said he just found the money. He want to give it to me. And he did. And then she called me like a year later. And she said, they want to give me a building for $1 in Philadelphia. I'm like, what? And they going to help with the renovation cost. And I remember I sat there and said, what the fuck? I've been sitting here busting my ass. I can't raise $1 million for nothing. And then that was the moment it all changed. Why am I chasing her dream? What's meant for me is meant for me. Exactly. And what's meant for me gonna come to me.
Exactly. On its time, on its own time. You know what I'm saying?
On its own time. It's not gonna come when I want it to come. It only will come when it's supposed to come, and it will only come if I stay prayed up about what it is to come. And and I see when I hear you and I hear you talk, that's what I hear. I hear so much of is, yes, there's talent. Yes, there's talent. I'm not taking away the talent. But also, somebody could have your talent and somebody could be in the exact same spots that you've been in, but it won't manifest the same way because this is for you.
For me.
This is for you. Yeah.
I said,
and nobody else. It's just for you.
Yeah. Nah, respect. True. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Everybody, again, thank you so much for taking the time. Jason, thank you so much for organizing this. Lee, thank you so much for helping us do this. Brandon and the rest of the team at Community Education Group, thank you so much for the cuts that you're going to do for this. And we look forward to seeing you on social media. But most important, we look forward to seeing you in Atlanta, September 1st.
Oh, and yeah, I'm Dallas in September 1st. And I'm going to Texas, man. What?
That's right. Coming to Dallas, everybody. September 28th. We're gonna be there.
I may bring a surprise out. You never know.
Jozzy, what you don't know about Dallas.
I may bring a surprise out in Atlanta for sure.
Hey, but you don't know about Dallas. Dallas, we got Dallas late night too.
I don't know. You got to put me on. That sound very. Well, let's go. I'm there.
Let's go, baby. Come to Dallas. We're gonna have a good time. See y'all. No. Thank you, everybody. Have a good one.